In this video, we will be discussing statistics and the distribution of data. We will be focusing on histograms. By the end of this video, you will be able to construct a histogram. So when creating histograms, first, determine the intervals or ranges that you want to use. Remember that intervals do not overlap. So if I have an interval or a range of 10 to 20 and one of 20 to 30, they meet at 20. Where one interval ends, the next one is going to begin. Bins and bars should not touch each other. There are no gaps between the bins like a bar graph. Second, we create a frequency table to record our frequency of our intervals. Then third, decide the scale for the y-axis based on the frequencies. And fourth, draw the bars or bins and label the intervals on the x-axis. And fifth, do not forget the labels. So let's take a look here. I have my data set of 10, 3, 10, 3, 14, 22, 27, 21, 55, 52, 65, 83, and 97. So again, like I've used my frequency table before, but this time I have intervals instead of just specific numbers or specific data points, but I'm going to use it in the same way. So if it falls between 0 and 19, I'm going to put a tally mark for there. If it falls between 20 and 39, I'm going to put a tally mark for there, and so on. So as I go through here, I have a 10, I have a 3, I have another 10, I have another 3, I have a 14, I have a 22, a 27, 21, then I have a 55, a 52, looks like a 65, an 83, and a 97. So now I count out my tally marks, and here I have 5, 3, 2, 1, and 2. So now I have my frequency table filled out. I'm going to come over to where I'm going to create my histogram. So you notice on my y-axis, I have the frequency, and that's going to represent this amount right here. You notice that my top number is 5. My top number here is 5, or my greatest value in that list. And if I look over here, I've got ranges of 0 to 19, 20 to 39. And so that means they're going to meet right here at this 20. The range 20 to 39 and 40 to 59 is going to meet right here at the 40. So when I make my histogram, my first range has a frequency of 5. So I'm going to draw my bin. My next range has a frequency of 3. I'm going to go to here to 3 and draw my bin. My next range of 40 to 59 has a range of 2, or excuse me, a frequency of 2. I'm going to draw my bin. Next range of 60 to 79 has a range of 1. And then 80 to 99 has a range of 2. So my bins should be as high as my frequencies here. Let's take a look at this data. So this time I don't have any numbers or anything to help me out. So I need to kind of think through this and figure out what I need to have for my ranges, for my numbers, and to represent my data the best. Well, when I look up here, I see that my lowest amount is 0, and I see that my highest amount or my maximum amount is 24. And so I want to have a range that, or ranges that represent that data well, but evenly. If I take 0 to 24, that's actually 25 numbers. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. 25 divided by 5 would be 5. So I'm going to have a range of 5 numbers. So if I start at 0, 5 numbers would be 4, because I'd have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me 5 numbers. Then my next one would start at 5, and again, go up 4 numbers, which would go to 9. Next one would start at 10, go up 4 numbers to 14. Start at 15, go up 4 numbers to 19. Start at 20, go up 5 numbers, and go to 24. Now I'm going to make my tally marks. So my first one is 9, so I put a tally mark here. I'm going to cross off so I can keep track. Next one was 10. Next one was 2. Next one was 16. This one is 0, 19, 22, 7, 15. Then we have 12, 5, 11, 10. Then we have 20, 17, 23, 22, 24, 23, 18, 20, 15, 23, 18, and 20. So now if I go through and count up my frequencies or my tally marks, here I have 2, here I have 3, 4, here I have 7, and here I have 9. Now I need to make my histogram. So on the x-axis, that is represented by here. So I'm going to list number of hours. And then I'm going to put my ranges. So I'm going to start at 0, and then my next range starts at 5. My next one starts at 10. Next one starts at 15. Next one starts at 20. And to label my last one, I'd go to 25. And then going up on the y-axis, again, this is my frequency. And you notice that my top number is 9. So if I start here at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then I have one more line, so I'll just put a 10 here. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did in my previous one, is I'm going to look at my frequencies here. So my first range of 0 to 4 is 2. So there's my first one. 5 to 9 was 3. 10 to 14 was 4. 15 to 19 is 7. And 20 to 24 was 9. So there is my histogram for number of hours classmates played video games over the weekend.